This summer, Peter Parker is returning to the big screen in Spider-Man: Homecoming. The immensely popular character has been through a lot over the last couple of decades. Here's what's changed since the web-slinger first flew over the New York skyline. Spider-Man was introduced in comics in 1962 and first popped up on television in a short-lived CBS series called The Amazing Spider-Man in 1977. A couple of films were released overseas using footage that was recut from the TV series. After that, a new Spider-Man movie spent 2 decades in development at multiple movie studios. Finally, after a legal battle between MGM and Sony over rights to the character, the two companies settled and Sony went into production in 2000 with Sam Raimi directing and Tobey Maguire starring as Spidey. The first Spider-Man was released in 2002 and was a critical and commercial smash hit. It was the first movie ever to make over $100 million in its opening weekend. It also helped pave the way for superhero movies to take over Hollywood. The sequel, Spider-Man 2, was another critical and box office smash. The franchise's woes started to take hold in 2007. While Spider-Man 3 was no box office bomb, it fared poorly with critics and audiences, and the studio decided to cancel Spider-Man 4. Just 5 years later, Sony rebooted with The Amazing Spider-Man starring Andrew Garfield. It was another origin story, but this time they went back to Spider-Man's roots and let him build his own web blasters, which was a nice touch, reminding us all what a genius the Peter Parker character is supposed to be. The follow-up, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, was a critical and commercial disappointment, and Sony quickly canceled plans for a third one, and also delayed plans for several Spider-Man universe spin-offs, including the Sinister Six and Venom. With so many other giant superhero blockbusters and franchises, things were looking rough for Spider-Man. But in an unprecedented deal between Sony and Disney, Spider-Man was allowed to cross over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The new Spidey, played by newcomer Tom Holland, stole the show in Captain America: Civil War. For the first time, it really felt like Spider-Man was acting like the teenager he is. Even better, Holland actually was a teenager when he first donned the spandex suit, as opposed to Maguire and Garfield, who were both in their late 20s when they played the role.
What's up, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away.
Spider-Man: Homecoming looks and feels more like a Marvel film than anything Sony has done before, especially with the heavy use of Tony Stark. Stark designed Spidey's suit, and it looks like it's going to be full of Iron Man-like tricks and gadgets. Will Homecoming finally be a return to form for the web-slinger? We'll find out in July. What do you think about the latest Spider-Man trailer? Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.